If you're on self-improvement, it's because you want to change. You want to change yourself in a positive way. You want to improve yourself. And I love that because we are human beings that are meant to evolve. And we are going to change regardless. Either you take control over how you change or you let the environment dictate how you change like you're an animal. But we are human beings for a reason. And we can take ownership of who we are and who we want to become. And I think that's amazing that you want to change. Don't feel bad that you want to improve, okay? The thing is, you've probably watched tons and tons of self-improvement videos, and I'm here to tell you that this is a way for you to distract yourself from your actual truest goal to improve. If you keep watching self-improvement videos, it is distracting you from actually making progress to actually improve because you're using that as a distraction of actually trying to change. Your self-improvement videos that you're watching are not actually making you self-improve. What makes you change is when you go out there and take action. Right now, you're no better than the person that watches a TV reality show by getting that dopamine rush from watching self-improvement videos over and over again. Because you're not actually doing something different. You're not actually going out there and implementing those changes. If you're suffering right now, if you're feeling pain and you're on your self-improvement journey, this is good. This is a great sign because it means that you are ready to take the next step. You are ready to level up. I know what that feels like because when I was planning to do my YouTube channel, which I did for a year, 2 years, more than that, it's embarrassing how long I took to actually start. The reason why I was suffering so much is because I was ready to post a video, yet I was always paralyzed and not actually putting the work and the action to post because there was something holding me back. Right now, what is holding you back? And I'm gonna go into what was holding me back, which was very deep. I had to peel out a lot of layers to understand what was the cause of this self-sabotaging behavior. Why was I not taking action and improving? Why was I always planning and watching YouTube videos on how to do XYZ when I already knew what I had to do and I wasn't doing it? Why was I doing that? Turns out, and this is deep-ish, I did not feel like I was worthy of success. I did not feel like I deserved success. And I say that because when I was studying successful people and entrepreneurs, because I thought that that's what I desired, I wanted to be successful. And when I started studying what they went through and how they came about their success, I realized there was a common trend. A lot of them suffered a lot in their childhood. A lot of them had a lot of setbacks, people that neglected them, abused them physically, emotionally, mentally. They had grown up in a lot of poverty. Maybe they were immigrants. Maybe they had two parents that were never home. Maybe they only grew up with one parent. Maybe they were bullied by their friends or their siblings. There was a lot of trauma that went into the past of a lot of successful people. And when I looked at my life, I did not have that trauma. I was actually very privileged as a kid because I had two parents that were healthy. I know it sounds funny, but my parents were amazing parents. I respect them so much today. I love them, and they have made me who I am. My childhood was very normal and healthy, and I felt like because I did not have a dark past, I did not deserve a future that was like a redemption of my childhood. So obviously, this is not accurate. This is not a valid reason why I'm not worthy of success. So I had to heal that. The reason why I said this story is this: it's so funny how we find ways to sabotage ourselves. Even someone like me that grew up in a healthy household that should feel like they could have success because nothing is holding them back, you always find a way to sabotage your own success. And that's what you're doing right now. If you keep watching self-improvement videos and not taking action, you're sabotaging your own success and your own progress. And you're not actually getting what you want, because what you want is to be a better version of yourself. And you're not doing that when you indulge in those type of videos. And I'm not saying that I did not suffer at all growing up. Like, there was just normal crises that happened in my life where I had friends that bullied me, or people that I trusted that broke in my trust, or failures, embarrassments, shame. I've had all of these emotions happen to me like a normal person, but I minimized it because it wasn't at the extreme. And then I got to know myself a little bit better, and I realized that I am a very extreme person. Sometimes I think very much in black and white, and it's something that I want to change about myself. And this is me being aware of my own self-improvement. I realized that I have some beliefs about the world that might be wrong. And being self-aware of those beliefs is a good step forward to change. And the only reason why I came to this realization is that I stopped distracting myself, and I actually started to look within. I started to get comfortable with myself. I removed myself from people, from situations, from distractions, so I can sit with my own thoughts and analyze how I feel, why I think a certain way, and started to heal. Every day I had these little protocols where I would either journal, I would meditate, I would do the work that was extremely uncomfortable, but I realized that over time, that's what makes the difference. So I read a comment the other day, and by the way, thank you so much for leaving comments. I love reading comments. It's probably my favorite thing on YouTube, but I especially love people that comment on other people's comments, because that shows that it's not just me and you, but it's all of us together. And we're like this community, and that's what I like. So thank you for writing comments. But there was one I read that particularly caught my eye, and it said that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. First of all, whatever pain you feel is valid. You are allowed to feel pain no matter what it is, okay? But when suffering becomes optional is when you make you feel bad for having that pain. Don't feel bad for feeling pain. And sometimes I used to feel so guilty for having pain, because I'm like, why am I so in pain about my perfectionism, not feeling like I'm enough, or feeling stupid? I felt like my pain was invalid because they were so small compared to what other people's pain feel like. But me judging my pain made me suffer so much more than I needed to, and never made me actually heal. It's like the rule of the double arrows in Buddhism. I don't really remember how the story actually goes, but just think of, it's like the pain is the first arrow that comes into your chest. That fucking hurts. But then when you're suffering, it's like you're taking another arrow and you purposefully just put a second arrow inside of you just because. Just because you're upset you had the first arrow. That's delusional. We keep making ourselves suffer over and over again because we just don't accept what it is. We judge ourselves for feeling certain ways, but you have to stop judging what you feel and just look at yourself and just ask yourself why you feel a certain way. Detach yourself from your emotions. You need to treat your emotions with respect. They're just there to tell you something about yourself. They're there as a sign to tell you to look into your past or to look into your behaviors. We need to become more of the observer of our emotions. We're never going to stop negative emotions to come visit us, but we can become the observer of the emotion and look at it. Don't try to numb it. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to judge it or be mad at it for coming. Just look at that emotion and ask yourself, what is it trying to tell me? We are being so reactive to what happens to us without even taking the time to analyze what's happening. There is a space between what happens to you and how you react. And that space is the mindfulness. It's the awareness. It's why you meditate. It's to become more self-aware of your thoughts, of your feeling, of the present moment. I bet you heard over and over again that you need to start meditating. Have you tried it? Have you tried to just sit with yourself in solitude, being quiet, and just analyze what comes and goes and bring yourself back to the present moment, to your breath? Have you tried that? Just give it a try. When you leave this video, I want you to start meditating for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, just 10 breaths if that's what it takes. But just start. I want you to stop being a slave to your emotions and start viewing yourself like a leader of your emotions. So when they come see you, just guide them, use them, tell them, oh, you're feeling this way because of that. Treat them with respect. because they're there as signs. They're trying to tell you something. Don't view them as good or bad. Just accept them and work with them like it's a team. I know it sounds funny, but that makes a lot of sense to me. That's how I am able to move on and to not let emotions stop me and then be fearful of how I feel and then indulge in distractions that make me not make progress. So don't be afraid of being you. Don't be afraid of being proud of where you came from and how you overcome your past. So I hope that this video was exactly what you needed to hear to stop watching self-improvement videos and start actually focusing on yourself. The way that you will improve will be unique to you because the self, who you are, is the most unique thing out there. There is no one like you. So the way that you will improve will be different than me. You should come on my channel if you have a specific problem you're trying to solve. You look at the title of my video and you're like, okay, she did a video about that and I know that's going to help me. If this is a guide for you to get better, I'm so happy to be here for that. I'm not here to make you binge watch my videos and make you become addicted to my content without actually improving. I want us to get better. And that's me just being real, like just telling you, don't just consume my videos and do nothing. I really want you to get better because at the end of the day, I have this big vision of where I want this world to go, and it cannot get there if we're not in this together. And I need you. You have the potential to improve. You've been on your self-improvement journey. Now get after it, and I will see you on the other side. So thank you so much for watching until the end. If you have, I love to know, because I know there's very, very few people that actually watch until the end. And I love you so much. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. And lead your life so then you can lead others to do the same. I love you. See you soon. Mwah.